All right. Hello, everyone. Um, Welcome to your energy overview for December 2019. You guys talked about wanting to do this more as a live stream, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually doing this as a live stream, and we're going to kind of go over some things that'll be happening astrologically. Then I'm going to look at each astrological signs, three areas of their life, their love, their money, and their career. And then after that, I'm going to be answering some questions that came through on Facebook. And if you've got questions and you're in the stream, just go ahead and post them. And then I'm going to give you some events to be looking forward to. There's a lot of things going on in December that I'll be doing. So we can go ahead and get you guys all in line for that, and get them kind of moving along. All right, so let's look at the astrological events for December 2019. And, this first one's kind of been hitting us hard. Hi. Um, in general, with communication and accessibility and technical difficulties and scheduling difficulties. And that's Mercury in retrograde in Scorpio. A lot of you guys have been seeing exes return or problems in relationships and intimacy being a problem. That should be ending tomorrow. And then you got about a week and a half of shadow, and that is Mercury in retrograde in Scorpio. You may have had issues with honesty and intimacy, and talking secrets coming out. This will be kind of working itself out. And that's what Mercury in retrograde is about. It's about cleaning out the dust and the dirt. Then we have Jupiter entering Capricorn on December the 2nd, and it'll be in Capricorn until December the 20th. So Jupiter has been in that buoyancy, saggy energy and moving into that more serious Capricorn energy. It's a sign of the times when you're making big strides and taking on more measurements of approach. Persistence, something that Capricorns excel with, which means if you've been having financial issues, they may be getting themselves resolved and moving ahead. And it's also time to start making your plans. Now, fortunately, with that go energy supporting that Jupiter lets go all over the place, things will be really amping up and doing a lot there. Jupiter's also going to be transiting Uranus from December 15th on December 15th, which, kind of when they join up, it's very much a permit to give envelopes and birth to new ideas, open up new territories. If you haven't done something new, December 15th looks like it's going to be a powerful day to do that. But make sure not to stress yourself too thin. Then on December 26th, we have a solar eclipse in Capricorn. Now, remember, with solar eclipses, their effects hold for up to 6 months. So whatever you're working on December 26th, in conjunction with Jupiter being in Capricorn, and Uranus and Taurus, and them all building up, it's going to be a really big bang thing. And so your year will be ending out on a big bang. We can expect big changes there. It's also one of those times when you want to really lay out your goals for the next 6 months astrologically, and build on those goals, build on those structures. So let's see what's going on with the signs in general in your three main areas of love, money, and career. And first, we're going to start off with Aries. Aries is between March 21st and April 20th. So let's see what's going to be going on with that love, money, and career during that time. All right, so with the love, we see the Six of Swords. I'll call this take your drama and go on down the road. It might be time to be throwing those things out, letting those things kind of move on. If things aren't serving you in your relationship sector Aries, maybe it's time to let those just kind of go. And that doesn't mean let the relationship go. It may be going, all right, I'm kind of done with these issues. Thank you very much. I'm out of here. I'm not going to argue over who done the dishes last or putting a cap back on the toothpaste. It's laying those things down. Your money is the Four of Pentacles. Now, this is the miser card. He floats on money, he grabs money, he holds it together, keeps everything in balance. Now, with the Four of Pentacles hitting the money sector, money's going to be kind of a growing space for you. And your career is the Knight of Swords. You might get called in to be a rescuer here. Because the Knight of Swords is the rescuer. He battles new grounds. And with this appearing up in your career sector areas, you'll want to make sure that you don't get stuck in that rescuer mode. You just more champion off something new. All right, the next will be Taurus. Let's look at Taurus's love, money, and career. Whew. All right, so Taurus, in your love sector, we have the Page of Swords. You're looking for new opportunities, Taurus. Now, you want to stay grounded in them. You're very much ready to take on new challenges. So you may be starting a new relationship. You may also be rekindling something old. In your career, we have the Emperor, keeping everything in balance. You want to hold to traditional merits. If you don't do the calling, don't do the calling. Stick to what you know, basically. It's very hard and fast rules about that. And then in your career sector, we have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords shows you taking on something new, being more active in something new. All right, so that is Taurus's energy overview. And let's look at Gemini. Where are you at, Gemini? Here we go. Geminis, you guys have been having some struggles going on, especially in your love and your career. Always, every Gemini I know, they always have some of the worst luck finding mates. And when they find a good one, they really hold on to them forever. So the Tower popping up here doesn't surprise me in your love sector. And that tends to happen that you tend to break things apart. You tend to pull them apart. All right, Temperance is in your money sector, finding balance, maybe not spending as much for the holidays, Geminis, and you'll want to basically keep it kind of in line there. And your career sector, we have the Six of Pentacles. So you will probably be looking at taking a job, but you also got to remember to pass things down. Train people to do what you're doing, Gemini, before you leave that position. All right, we're going to be moving on to Cancers. Oh, Cancers. Let's see what we got. All right, Cancer. So in your love sector, you have the King of Cups, and with Cancers being the King of Cups kind of fits you. It's controlling those emotions, finding those tides that you function in, and expressing your emotions more in a positive manner this month. You're going to have to really focus on that. In your career sector, we see the Eight of Wands. Now, with that, that shows a lot of opportunities, a lot of taking on. Make sure not to overdo it, Cancer, because you always get so emotionally involved in things. And in your money sector is the Page of Pentacles. This is the searching for money, finding money, having a little bit of a wildness with money, but you'll be doing good with it. All right, so moving on to our Leos. Oh, kingly Leos, what have you been up to? All right, so Leos, with the Two of Cups hitting your relationship sector, it's going to get a lot more deeper. It's going to let a lot more struggling, a lot more communication. You really got to work on your teamwork. You kingly Leos are looking for queenly Leos and to tie up or to be your queen. Doesn't matter the sign. You may take a really big focus on your relationship. In your career sector, we have the Moon. Are you fearful of being let go? Are you, things looking better than what they should be? You got to sit back and allow yourself to see that it's all an illusion. And with it being an illusion, you're making it too big than what it needs to be, Leo. Don't let your ego get in the way there. All right, and the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is kind of interesting for it to be hitting your money sector. It normally pops up, Leos, when you've taken on too much. Is your coffers not as deep as what you thought they would be? You might have to try to balance out some bills, and you might have to let some things go. But you'll be all right. All right, Leos, let's go and check out your friendly Virgos, see what's going on with them for this month. Okay, so Virgos, in your love sector is logic, the King of Wands. You got to find your logic to it. So you may be trying to figure out what is exactly logical for you and how that things are going to be logical or working themselves out in a logical response. Now, Virgos, love isn't logical. It hasn't been logical. You're going to try to organize it into this perfect fashion of this is what I do. Here's my manual. Here's things out how they hold out. It's not going to work that way. You might get yourself all tripped up. In your money sector, we have the High Priestess. So Virgos, in your money sector, the High Priestess is their hidden secrets with your money. You need to know where it is. You also need to take reign over it and allow the unknown to be solved. I really feel like with this, you got to kind of relax, allow that to be worked out, and allow it to get a little bit more structured. And also standing in the middle place there with money sometimes, and it's kind of hard because we have such a passionate relationship with it. So that'll have to be worked out. And in your career sector, it's Nine of Pentacles. This actually means that you've really planted and you've really done a lot of work, but you may be a little lazy in your work area. You may have, done the same thing. It worked the last time, so I'm just going to copy and paste and copy and paste. You got to sometimes sit back there and let it hold itself. All right, Virgos, moving on to you. Look like you have a decent month. We're going to move on to Libra. Libras, you guys have been so hard trying to keep balance with everything. So let's see how that hits. All right. So Libras, your first card up is strength in your relationship, in your love sector. Sometimes we have to be a little stronger than what we should be. Sometimes we have to think things out. A lot of times you get it together, but you've got to do it your way. And that's something that people will have to get used to, is doing things their way, Libras. And you can't please everybody. Remember that. Lead the path. Don't let them travel around you. Now, in your money sector, we see the World, which means the ending of a cycle, the beginning of a new cycle. Round and round you go. The bank account goes to zero and it goes back up again. Also, don't be surprised if you don't see repeating numbers or jobs ending that pick up into new jobs. Okay? Now, in your money sector, we have the Five of Swords. This is you looking back with regrets. You may have made some investments, maybe you bought some infomercial crap, and you have regrets about it. That's okay. Let it be that way. All right, so on to our Scorpios. There was a question in chat earlier about Scorpios. Let's see what's going on with Scorpios. Whew. You guys have been buzzing around a little bit. So Scorpios, it looks like in your love sector, you're getting justice. So justice appearing up here often reminds you that things are kind of a little bit all over the place, and you've got to find your balance, make your decisions. Are you entertaining more than one lover and it's time to make a decision? Maybe it's time to make a judgment call on what you see going on with it. And that'll be important to do. You need to step back and let it balance itself out, but hold fast to your decisions. In your money sector, we are looking at the Eight of Swords. You have put rules and regulations on what you're spending, where you're spending, so much that you're driving yourself up a wall. You need to relax and look and see if those rules are even useful anymore. Maybe they're not helping you. All right. And then in your career sector, we see the Three of Pentacles. I'll call this the pre-promotion card. And that's because they're looking at you. You may be going through annual reviews. You may be looking at where you're headed with things. But pay attention that people are looking at your career and wondering what's going on there. All right. So, Sagittarius. Saggies. What you been up to? You sting anybody lately? Now, I'm going to tell you, this ain't looking good, Sagittarians, but it actually is probably good for you guys. In your love sector, we have death, which means one thing. You're going to be changing. That's it. Major changes occur in your love life. It might be time to let things go, but this could also be cleaning out your house of love so that you have room for something new. You need to stop worrying about your money. It looks like you're stressing over every little thing. And with that occurring, You're going to have to relax with it. You're also, Sagittarians, going to have to get some rest and get more focused about where your money's headed. Now, Sagittarians, your career sector shows you getting a surprise. This could be the holiday bonus that you weren't expecting. This could also be some acknowledgement of some hard work or them handing you another project. All right, moving on to Capricorn. We're going right through this year. Now, Capricorn, you guys' house is busy this time of the year, and it's going to be busy all the way through to January. So look for changes. It's your time to shine. And you just got to kind of flow with it. Now, Sagittarians, I'm going to say happy birthday to you, but Capricorns, kind of hold on because, everybody moves over to your house when we get in that time. So let's look at your money, your career, and your finance. Your money and your career and your love life. Knight of Pentacles in your love life. This shows that you're going to be chasing into or taking action to build fortitude and sovereignty in your love life. What you own, where you own it, and how you want it. Okay? In your career, we have the Hierophant. You're going to be looking for advice for advancement. How can you get higher? You may also even find yourself getting more of a stuck in what I call the spiritual aspect of it, to where you want to be, you don't only just want the dream, you want the full dream. Okay. And looking at your money situation, yep, I flipped this up because I grabbed them the wrong way. Yep, that happens. You're going to be looking at stressing yourself out, taking on too much, Capricorn. Now, you're logical. You can only work so many hours in a day. You can only fortify yourself in so many ways. So let that roll itself out and get a little bit more organized. All right, let's look at Aquarius. Aquarius. Water bearer and an air sign. You're kind of stuck in those two worlds. So let's see. In your love life, we have Judgment. Time for renewal, time to reset things, time to get what you deserve. This is a rare earned reward. If you're in a relationship, you'll probably be stepping up. If you aren't in a relationship, Aquarians, you will be getting into a more comfortable position. However, you are going to have to make judgment calls. In your money sector, I think you really got to start looking at where you want things in life, how you want them to be, and what you want them to be. You really have to relax yourself a little bit more, take some rest before stressing over the bills. Was 2019 a good financial year for you? It's time to make those decisions. And in your career sector, we have the Ten of Pentacles. You may be thinking that people aren't paying attention to your money and what you're doing with it, but they're very much paying attention to it. This also shows new benefits coming into you. So this year, you may be getting new things. All right. The last and final of the signs is, of course, emotional Pisces. How are you? Hope you've been doing well. It's been a little rough, I know, with all the Mercury and retrogrades affecting you too. So let's look at it. In your love life, we have the King of Pentacles. Now, when the King of Pentacles shows up in your relationship sector, he is there to talk about how you feel gratified. Do you feel comfortable? Are you getting your worth paid to you? Are you getting things sorted out that way, or are they just kind of sitting there? Now, with the King of Pentacles hitting here, you got to kind of figure out what you're going to do with it. All right. So your career sector, Pisces, is the Eight of Cups. Maybe it's time to walk away, look for a new job, look for a new way of earning money, look for a new way to sort money out. You also may feel like you're getting a little bit entrapped, like you've built all this and you've got all this done, but maybe it's time to be moving forward. All right. And in your money sector, we have, the devil. Someone's going to overspend for the holidays, and someone's already getting themselves enslaved to it. So you may want to look at what you're going to do, if you're even interested in doing what you're doing, and what you should do with your finances. If you're feeling enslaved by money, then you're not using that energy correctly. All right, so that was the energy overview. Hope you guys liked it. I know chat was kind of a little quiet. If you missed your sign, feel free to go back and watch because I will be putting it up in the description. It'll be up for replay. It'll actually go over to my YouTube channel too, so you'll be able to get them both ways. All right, so events. I'm teaching classes. I'm going to be doing a few different things at a few different locations. So if you missed a class here, check my calendar because you may be somewhere else. Or I may be teaching the class somewhere else. November the 30th is Psychic Saturday at the Crystal Lotus Shop. I will be giving readings for $1 a minute, 15-minute minimum. Be sure that if you want an appointment, to come in early. We start at noon. You don't have to have an appointment. You can do walk-in, but if you're walking in, you may have to wait for me. I know Amanda Renzi will be there, and that'll be kind of really cool. So on December the 7th, I'm going back up to Hidden Marietta to teach Tarot 102. Now, if you have not had my Tarot 101 class, you can take Tarot 102. But with those, you'll want to make sure, and if you take one class here and one class there, that's fine. But you have to have had Tarot 102, 101 to take 102. I don't care if you've been reading for 30 years, you still have to take the 101. Then on December the 8th, I'm going to be back up at Earth Magic teaching Tarot 101. Now that class is filling up. So if you want to be in that class, be sure to go ahead and get registered now, because I do limit my class sizes. And then December the 18th, those that are currently in the series class, not the intensive classes, the series classes, we will be having class at Crystal Lotus. December 28th is Psychic Saturday, and I will be, doing the same thing that I'm doing on the 30th. You want to come in and get a discount on readings. Now, getting you guys prepped up, I'm actually going to be doing a Paracon at Hidden Marietta. It'll be at the historical Lafayette Hotel. It's going to be a whole weekend, but that's not until January 25th. So, there's a lot of things going on. I do a lot of different things. So that's why you need to like my page, subscribe. And then I'm also thinking about something. Would you guys like daily updates on where I'm at, what I'm doing through video? So kind of comment below if you'd like that. And then we'll go through there. If you didn't get your energy overview because you come in late, I've already covered those, like Pisces, we just got done with. Scorpio, we just got done with. All right, let's check the questions. Question. There's none on Instagram yet, but if you do have a question, I'll be happy to answer it. Now, we did have questions over on the Facebook. I love Facebook. Let me describe this phone and see, what our questions are. Gotta love modern technology and all the fun things that occurs with it. All right, so here we go. 2 questions going on. All right. Tabitha says she's making a move right now. Will everything go smoothly, and is it the right decision? Looking at it, and I'm actually going to do a double thing here because I'm going to pull cards and see what they say, but I think it's the right decision. I think, however, you're going to have to be a little bit more cautious as you make this move. Make sure, if it's important, that it gets double wrapped, that type of thing, because I think it's a hasty move part. But I do feel that it is a great move for you. It actually shows you putting a lot of things to rest. And financially, it'll be fine, too. I actually feel like the move is going to be very, very good for you. All right. And then we have one more, and that was Susan. And Susan says the guy in Ashland, I gave him an ultimatum. My question is, will he return? Or if he returns, will it be ready for a relationship? Thank you. Susan, I feel like that you are headed into a relationship with him. And I think the ultimatum was good because he needed to get off his ass. And I'm sorry, I call it as I see it, guys. If they're asses, they're asses. Um, Yep. And we covered that. Sorry, flipping back between the two chats. So yeah, the move will be very good for you. And things will be pulling themselves out. All right. So any questions in Instagram or Facebook questions? Go on a few minutes. I am at Crystal Lotus this week on Wednesdays. My normal office hours are there between 1 to 6. Um, and you can come in, you can make an appointment, or I do take walk-ins. Other things that are going on is you're going to start seeing some network postings about when I'm on, um, and when I'm taking network calls. Now, if you want to book an appointment, you click the Book Now button, and you can book a private appointment with me. Um, I will start having limited availability in February on some things, and the reason for that is because I will be filming my Journey of the Fools Tarot 101 for the online courses. Also, I will be offering limited appointments in other areas other than the Charleston area, but that will be depending on my schedule and where I'm at. So if you're in another area and you want a live appointment, be sure to call Michael. He may be able to get you worked in for, if you're in the Morgantown area or the Marietta area. Some new dates will be popping up for Marietta events. We're working on those. Earth Magic is looking at doing a pendulum class. If you want to be a part of that class, you need to contact Earth Magic. They're on Facebook, and get your name on the email list. Also, I'm looking at launching a year and a day program there. Again, call Earth Magic, get your name on the email list. This way I can see if there's a significant interest in it. And if it's something you want to do. Now, the pendulum class would only be a 1-day class, and I'm going to tell you, it's not a lecture class. It's going to be, you're actually going to get there and do it. So you'll have to have your own pendulum. And then we'll look at different types of pendulums and dowsing rods and other things like that. The other one, the Wicca Year and a Day class, though, is a 13-lesson coursework class. I'm currently hosting 2 at Crystal Lotus. One is getting ready to finish, and one is just starting. Matter of fact, if you're in that area and you want that class, you're already a lesson behind, but I will take you at lesson 2. But you're going to have to get a hold of me or Crystal Lotus and get booked there. The one with I'll do at Earth Magic, if we get enough signups, is it will be a 13-lesson, once a month meeting class. Like I do everywhere else. I expect homework. I run it coven style, which means you got to do your work. You got to, do your own self-exploration. And the lessons are intense. But you do not have to take in my Wicca 101, which is the weekend, the Sunday or Saturday or Tuesday 4 to 6 hour class. You can come in and start right out at Year and a Day program. So that's up to you. If you guys want that, be sure to get a hold of Earth Magic and get your name on the list. Seating is always limited at all my events because I will not teach 30 people. Sorry, I want to give you one-on-one attention. I want to have time to work through any problems, questions, or anything like that. So that's all that's kind of going on. I'll see you next Monday for another live stream, and we'll look at things that are going on. Other things that are going on in the area. CLS is having their food drive. Bring in an item, you get a discount off. I think it's 1% for each item. I'm matching that. If you bring in an item and say you don't want SIR product, but you'd like a reading, I'm going to match that on the non-perishable items. Earth Magic is having a Black Friday sale. I haven't seen anything else about anywhere else having a Black Friday sale. Be sure to check out their stuff. They have some really cool oils in. I picked up Florida water when I was there. Love, love, love Florida water. We'll talk about this on one of the live streams. Um, they've got some nice statuary in. Crystal Lotus has new crystals in. She's also got a lot of things going on there, other events. I'm not the only instructor there. So check out their pages. And of course, on Tuesday night, there's the Psychic Coffee Shop. Feel free to tune in. That's over on Blog Talk. There's links in the description. And then Friday night, we will be doing Mountain Bears. We will be talking about what's been going on up in Morgantown and statewide. The hate is out there and we're not having it. Yes, I'm using my big mouth there. Other than that, you guys have a great day and I'll be around if you need me. Bye, y'all.